Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to be doing a tutorial try on just using some new products from Natasha Denona. I have the Puff Paint Liquid Blush Serums. I have all three shades. I've been playing with these and I've demoed them actually on my TikTok and been wearing them in previous videos, but I want to actually put them on for you guys today and show you how they blend on the skin. I also have the new Natasha Denona Zendo palette. I want to do a beautiful look with this. I've worn this a few times as well in previous videos. I'm also super excited because this video is very kindly sponsored by Sephora. Every time I work with Sephora, it's a pinch me moment. I just love Sephora so much. If you watch my channel, I am the Sephora haul queen, honey. So working with them is just such a dream for me. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get into swatches, close-ups, a little bit about the products, and then we will jump into the demo. So if you want to see me use the new Natasha Denona releases, as well as a couple lip products I'm going to use to finish off my look, then let's go ahead and begin. So let's go ahead and start off with the new Zendo palette. This is the newest palette from Natasha Denona. It is a mid-size palette. In here, you get 15 pressed pigment eyeshadows. It's a warm tone palette with pops of turquoise, and it is inspired by the mini Zendo palette. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. They're some of my favorites in my collection, but more specifically, I really love her mid-size palettes. I think the price point is right. I love that you get 15 different pressed pigments in here, different shades, textures, and you can create a multitude of looks. So I'm really excited to do a look with this, but I want to quickly talk about the new liquid blushes. Shortly after the Zendo palette, she also released a new product, and these are the Puff Paint Liquid Serum Blushes. These are described as a silky liquid blush serum hybrid with a perfect pigmentation to achieve an easy, soft, natural flush of color. Can be used alone or on both cheeks and lids for a monochromatic look. So in this line, she did come out with 3 different shades. We have the shade Tan, which is a peachy tan shade. We have the shade Daria, which is a pinky coral. And then we have Bloom, which is a true cherry. So I just want to give you some information about the products. Again, everything is available at Sephora and will be linked down below. But now that I've given you information, swatches, and close-ups, let's go ahead and start on an eye look. I've zoomed you in even more so we can start playing with this Zendo palette. I did not do my base because I really want to be able to clean up and get a sharp line or sharp wing under my eyeshadow, depending on what kind of look we go for. I am going to try to take inspiration from one of Natasha's YouTube videos with this palette. It just looked so beautiful. I will link it down below. Of course, she's the queen, but I'll do my best. So to start this look off, I'm going to go into Mindful. I'm sort of going to make a wing here coming up using the shade. Again, why I didn't want to do my foundation to start, because if I mess up, I can just clean it up. This is a cream to powder shadow, so it's really nice and creamy. When you feel it, you can definitely feel that it has like a cream in there, but it blends beautifully. It's really great for a base as well to put other shadows on top. Okay, so it should look something like this. I'm gonna go ahead and do it to the other eye. This shade is really pigmented and very creamy. You could see why it's a beautiful kind of base for other shades, because it does have that creamy element to it. So next I'm gonna grab the shade Sense, and I'm gonna use this on top of Mindful, just to really make it shimmery. So next I'm going to grab the shade Aura. So I'm going to take this just like she did. She sort of put it right in the center of her model's eye, blending it into the brown shade. I'm also going to take my finger just to pat this on. So going ahead and doing the same thing on this eye, just sort of blending it into the brown shade. And then I'm going to take my finger, sort of pack it on, smooth this out. Next, I'm going to go into the shade Tranquil, and I am going to put Tranquil right in the inner corner. I'm really bringing it in here. And then again, just sort of sweeping everything together so it looks seamless. Okay, so this is what we're looking like so far. I feel like it looks really cool. I love the gradient effect, and this is why I did my eyes first, just so that I could clean up underneath in case I made any mistakes. So next I'm gonna jump into the shade Vigor. So this is where I get a little bit nervous, but she did use this in the crease. Following the natural shape of your eye. And then when you get in here, she really does a thin line, sort of stopping right there. Okay, so it should be looking something like this. That actually wasn't as scary as I thought. I feel like it looks really cool, and we'll keep going with this, but I'm gonna do that on the other eye. So I'm next gonna jump into the shade Relief. So this shade she uses to blend upwards. Looks like a really beautiful pinky peachy shade. I'm just going to take my time and blend right above that red shade that I put down. And then she seems to stop the blending about right here. So it sort of goes into that wing there. So I'm just building up this color. So next I'm gonna jump into the shade Calm. And again, just diffusing. So using this to really make sure there's no harsh edges. So jumping back into Vigor, going right back over that red. Okay, and then I'm going into the shade Luster and applying it right under where we put that red for that cut crease. So putting this right under that cut crease line, just to really make the cut crease look sharper. Okay, so I did my base off camera and I'm ready to play with my favorite part, which is the Puff Paint Liquid Blush Serums. I'm a blush fanatic. I have to say though, I love how the eyes turned out. This is totally different than any look I've ever done. I just feel like it's so like different and cool. So I'm really glad that I kind of went out of my comfort zone. So for the blush, I'm gonna be using the shade Daria, which is a beautiful pinky coral. I also really love the shade Tan. The shade Tan is more of obviously a neutral tone. It gives you kind of that like bronzy look, whereas this one gives you the baby doll look, which I like. And then if you have a deeper complexion, I think you would love the shade Bloom. It's a flushed bitten cherry cheek, but I really, really love Daria. It's my favorite color. So the packaging is really cute. You can pop it in your purse, which I thought was really nice. And then it has a dofa applicator. And the way that I use this is I apply it on the back of my hand and then take a sponge to kind of disperse the product and then pat on my cheeks because I am using it over powder, which is how I prefer to use my blushes. So I'm just gonna take some on the back of my hand. It's really like a unique texture. You can also use this on your eyes, also on your lips. So I just put some on the back of my hand and then I take a sponge and make sure everything is evenly distributed. And then I start building it up. So I start slow because I am going over powder. So you can see that it's a light pinky coral, but if you want to punch it up, I usually do just about 2 layers of this. So it's not super over the top pigmented where it's going to look like a clown. You really have sort of control, and I find that 2 layers seems to be the sweet spot for me. So I just press lightly, make sure that everything is diffused. Of course, you can really punch it up more. You can see right here, it's like a beautiful coral pinky color. It looks beautiful over powder if you use this technique. So if you're struggling and you don't want to use this before powder, which obviously you can as well, but I like to use them after powder so I get that glow and the full color. This is just the best method that I have found. And it looks seamless over a set face. So I try to keep my blush a little bit back, but I like to keep it a little bit higher back here. So this is what the Daria blush looks like. It's just a really beautiful kind of pop of color for the cheeks. You could do 1 layer or build it up like I did and do 2. It really is customizable and it gives you a nice glow, but it's not glittery, chunky. It's not wet like it's separating your product. It just looks nice and healthy. So I've really been enjoying it and I really do like the shade Tan as well. Kind of want to see some more colors from her. So I'm going to go in next to finish off my look with the I Need a Nude Glow. This is a favorite of mine and I'm going to use this just to highlight the face. So I'm just applying this to the high points of my face. This is such a staple, like one of my favorite highlighters ever. Just love this for so long. Got that baked formula. It is not going to fly everywhere. It's like a universal, beautiful champagne gold. And it's really intense. Of course, you can build it to be as intense as you would like. Look at that glow. Just the blush and the highlight, it's so pretty. I'm loving this entire look. So let's finish off with lips. I'm gonna go in with the I Need a Nude Lip Crayon, and I have the shade here, Dana, which I thought would be a nice color. It's a little bit more of a brown nude. Okay, so I love this color. It's very like cool tone brown nude, very creamy. So I went in on the corners of my lips just to make sure that it kind of has that contoured look. And then for my lipstick, I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick in Susanna. Okay, I'm loving this lip liner. I feel like it's really cool, the warm tones on my eyes and the cool tones on my lips. I am gonna warm up my lip liner just a smidge, and I'm gonna use her I Need a Nude lip liner in Noah. Okay guys, here's my finished makeup look using the new releases from Natasha Denona, and I have to say I love how this turned out. The warm eyes with the pink cheeks and the more cool toned lip, it's just a vibe. I'm loving everything. If you're looking for a warm tone palette that can really get you any of those peachy, maroon, pinky looks every day for spring and summer, but then you have those pops of turquoise, which I'm excited to play with, this is a great option. I love her mid-tone palettes. I love the formula. Everything blended effortlessly. I really had zero issues, and I love the look I came up with. And if you love baby doll pink cheeks like I do, you will love this Puff Paint Liquid Blush Serum in the shade Daria. It's just literally so gorgeous. The perfect coral pink, and I feel like you could really wear it sheer, or you could really punch it up like I did. I haven't tried it on my eyes yet, but I really want to do that for like a monochromatic look. And I also really love the tan shade. This is more of a monochromatic, full glam kind of color for me when I really just want to keep everything neutral. But I really love these. You can pop them in your purse, build them up. As I said, they give you a nice glow, but they're not going to enhance your texture. So I'm a huge fan of these new releases from Natasha Denona. As I said before, everything is available at Sephora. I will leave links down below to everything, including the lip products, the highlight, the palette, the blushes, everything. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this in-depth tutorial doing a different look for me. I really am loving it so much. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.